Hi, it's Caitlin, and I'm here with another Cirque Colors Swatch Fest, as well as their new Do Good polish, which is benefiting to write love on her arms. Firstly, this Do Good polish is absolutely gorgeous. I've already posted on my Instagram. Hopefully you've seen it and agree that it's beautiful. I'll be swatching that. And as part of the affiliate program with Cirque Colors, I am able to ask for colors that I want to swatch, and then Cirque Colors graciously sends them to me. So I picked out a whole bunch of colors that I've been looking at for a very long time but never bought, and I guess I'm kind of glad I waited because now I have received them as a gift and I'm swatching them for you in my video today. If you aren't aware, you can use my code Caitlin Swatches to save 10% on the Cirque Colors website. It is one-time use, and as benefit, you're supporting my channel when you use the code. I have a lot of fun swatching these polishes, so let's get into it. I wanted to show a little love to the box that the Bright Side polish comes in. All of the Do Good polishes from Cirque Colors come in a usually customized box, and they're always so fun. So the polish itself, as I mentioned at the intro of my video, is benefiting to Write Love on Her Arms, which is a mental health and addiction nonprofit, and it aims to give hope to people struggling with addiction, depression, self-injury, and suicidal thoughts. And the polish itself is a coral orange jelly packed with iridescent magenta, gold, green color shifting flakes. So this polish has a really nice formula. It is on the sheer side, but it will build up pretty well in 3 coats. However, it does sort of maintain that squishy jelly, slightly transparent finish even after 3 coats. This polish does dry quickly between coats as well, so you're not going to be waiting around between each coat to build it up. It has a fantastic formula, and it's just so beautiful, as you can probably already see. And the inspiration for the name with this one is that on cloudy days it's not always easy to see the silver lining, but it's always the darkest before the dawn. So Cirque Color says, let the sunny shade remind you of hope, resilience, and brighter days ahead. I am topping this one with a glossy top coat, which is the Cirque Colors Looking Glass top coat. It's really good, very quick drying, very glossy, and there is just a tiny bit of texture in Bright Side from the flakes, but the top coat takes care of that texture and it won't be difficult to remove. And here you can see that this one kind of really does shift between an orange and a coral / pink depending on the lighting you catch it in. I absolutely love the flakes in this. I think they're really beautiful. The pink really stands out against the orange / coral base, and you get a really cool yellowy green shift at extreme angles, which is what I'm trying to show off here. So I think this one is very fun. I was very entertained by it while I was wearing it. I don't have a lot of orange polishes, and honestly, I always love when I wear an orange, so happy to have this one in my collection. And this just looked so good in the sun that I really couldn't stop trying to show it off for you. Hopefully I'm selling you on this polish because it really is special and beautiful, and I love the sentiment behind it. And if you didn't like it glossy, you probably will love it matte, because I actually can't decide if I prefer this glossy or matte this time. Usually I'm always preferring a glossy polish, but there's something about the way the orange looks when it's mattified. I just really, really like it with a matte top coat. And now we're moving into the polishes from my little haul. This one is Glitter Glue, and Glitter Glue is a limited edition rainbow iridescent flake nail polish topper in a bright pink tinted clear base. So this one, Cirque Colors does say you could wear on its own or as a topper. And I am obsessed with it. I personally really liked it in one coat, but it does look amazing when you build it up. I don't know if I'm mellowing with age or what, but I kind of just want to wear polishes like this all the time. Just really delicate, ethereal, iridescent, sparkly polishes. And this one is checking so many boxes for me. I love everything about it. The formula is easy to work with. It builds up very easily in 3 coats if you want a fuller, more, I guess, almost full opacity look. I love the slightly tinted pink base, and this one, when I put the top coat on, it really came to life for me. I love this one glossy. And as I did mention, it is limited edition, so if you like it, do not sleep on this one. It's honestly so pretty. It just looks amazing. I love the color of the iridescent flakes in there. I even like looking at it in the bottle. That seems kind of weird, but I just love sometimes looking at my nail polishes in the bottles, and this one looks so good in the bottle, so it's just very pretty all around. I love the way that those flakes shift kind of green at extreme angles when it's backlit. It's definitely a new favorite. And here is Disco Ball, which is a flash reactive fine silver glitter nail polish in a clear base. And I wanted to try it over glitter glue because I kind of didn't want to obscure glitter glue, but I also wanted to see what it would look like with a little added glitz and sparkle. So as you can see, Disco Ball does not obscure the base in any way, but you definitely pick up that added reflective glitter to it. So honestly, this kind of just enhances the polish underneath, and who doesn't want a little bit of added sparkle? I mean, sparkle makes me so happy. And here I have my camera flash on so you can see how Disco Ball reacts to the camera flash, which is very well, and you can see how sparkly it is. Next up we have Space Cowboy, and Space Cowboy is a Cirque color that I've had my eye on for, I guess, since it came out, and I don't really know why I didn't pick it up sooner, but here we are. I have it now. All is right with the world. It's described as a light beige linear holographic, and it's packed with pure holographic pigments that give it a blinding prismatic finish. And I think I was hesitant because I wasn't sure if it would be the right nude base color for my skin tone, but turns out it is. It's absolutely perfect with my skin tone, and my goodness, the holographic pigment that Cirque used in this polish is truly incredible. It's like rainbows to the max, super holographic, very linear, and it's probably one of my favorite linear hollow formulas. There was a brand called Enchanted Polish that made linear hollows. They always were my favorite, but they don't make nail polish anymore. So I think Cirque might have my new favorite linear hollow formula. And when this dries down, you're going to see how truly holographic it is. So with a linear hollow like this, you do want to apply top coat to enhance the hollow, but then let the top coat dry completely. So here is the top coat dried down. You can see just how rainbowy that linear hollow flame is. I feel like there's some added hollow sparkle in there just to sort of break it up and give it added twinkle. This polish is honestly so stunning. And here you can see It's honestly like a nude nail on me, which is kind of the best gift Cirque Colors could have ever given me, because I love nude nails, but then just like blinding holographic rainbows. So this one is definitely a new favorite. Next up we have Chiffon, and Chiffon is one of their sheer jelly polishes. This one's a sheer ballet pink, and it can be worn alone for a soft nude look or as a base color for toppers and French manicures. This one does have the wide brush. The bottle that I received had the wide brush, and it makes application a dream. This is like the perfect ballet shade for me. I know there's that color Essie ballet slippers, but I don't like to buy Essie because they're not cruelty free. But obviously Cirque Colors is, and I'd much rather support Cirque Colors than a huge mainstream brand, and this polish has an incredible formula. So in 2 coats, it gave me that sheer ballet slipper French manicure-ish nail, and definitely apply glossy top coat. I'm using Looking Glass again. This looks like I went to the salon and had them do my nails. I'm completely obsessed with this polish and the formula, everything about it. It's so flattering with my skin tone. This was another one where I was like, it's hard to find the right shade of ballet slipper for your skin tone, and I didn't think that this one would be perfect, but turns out it is. So again, super happy to have this. And I can't leave good enough alone, so I wanted to try Lullaby, which is a multicolored pastel glitter, and it's packed with over 20 different types of glitters in a clear base, and the sort of soft baby nursery room vibes of this one worked very well with chiffon as the base. You get a ton of glitter on the brush. I didn't have to shake it too much. I didn't have to put the bottle upside down. It all came out very nicely. You might have to work it a little bit like you're seeing me do here to get it distributed the way you want it, but it was really easy to achieve this smooth look. It's really cute when the nail look is complete, in my opinion. It's very sweet, very dreamy, very ethereal, and it's like a lullaby for your nails. I love the name for this one too. I just think it's really cute. And you will want a layer of glossy top coat just to smooth everything out, and it will be a little difficult to remove. Next up we have Lavender Sky, which is a sheer pastel lilac purple jelly nail polish with a shiny transparent finish. And Cirque Colors says that this Princess Perfect purple pairs well with taro and ube ice cream, which sounds absolutely delicious. I really want ice cream now. And they also just say that you're going to love this one because it can help correct yellow staining due to the purple pigment. This is another one that I absolutely love. Glad I finally tried it. However, the bottle I received didn't come with the wide paddle brush, so I don't know if it's standard. My bottle of chiffon did come with a paddle brush. Hopefully this one will be upgraded if it wasn't just me who got it with the skinny brush, because the application wasn't as flawless as with chiffon, unfortunately. I think that the formula is fantastic. It's just, honestly, those paddle brushes make even the most difficult formula easy to apply. So I definitely will be swapping in a paddle brush for the skinny brush in my bottle of Lavender Sky. And again, top this with a glossy top coat to give an incredible shiny transparent finish to this polish. I think it's a really flattering shade of pastel. It works really well in my skin tone, and it's just really elegant and pretty. And ever since I read that description, I now want some ube ice cream. So here it is on my full hand. I don't really have a lot of yellow staining on my nails, but I can see how this would be great for anyone who does. It would also be an amazing base for a topper, which you're going to see in a second. But I'm very happy to finally have this one in my collection. I really love Cirque Colors and all of their sheer jellies. And here is XX, which is an incredibly sparkly, multicolored holographic glitter topper. XX stands for 20, and it's packed with over 20 different types of glitters in a clear base. So this one is truly packed with polishes. Honestly, so much came out on my brush just in that first swipe. You might have to sort of play with them, move them around to get the polishes where you want them. This really was very densely packed. And the other thing I noticed about XX is that the glitters they used are ridiculously holographic and rainbowy. This is like potentially a driving hazard. Like if you're moving your hands around, I feel like you could blind somebody with the sun reflecting off these glitters. It's incredible. And you will definitely want a layer of glossy top coat, if not two, in order to give it the smoothest possible finish. I don't like a gritty looking glitter manicure, so I would recommend doing 2 layers of top coat. I just did one for the sake of the video, but here you can see what I mean about how holographic these glitters are. They reflect the light absolutely perfectly. And I think Lavender Sky is the perfect base because of the colors that are in XX. It's a lot of purples, blues, some pinks. It's just a really pretty mix of glitters and mostly squares, hexes, and little tiny dots. So this one is just a ton of fun in my opinion, and I look forward to wearing it again. Next up we have Flamingo, maybe Flamingo. And this one is a relatively new polish. It is also limited edition. It contains the new trademarked shimmer graphic finish. It's a pink shimmer graphic with a gold to green to blue color shifting aurora shimmer and a scattered holographic effect. These new shimmer graphics combine shimmer and holographic particles that reflect direct light, such as sunlight or light from a strong light bulb, for an intense sparkle effect. And this is part of the collab that Cirque Colors did with Kelly Marissa. And this polish is so beautiful. I have to say, I love the shade of pink. It's very much like a corally, I guess it's supposed to be like a flamingo type pink. And the holographic in here is beautiful. It's very fine. It dries slightly textured, but 1 layer of top coat smooths everything out for me. It's not difficult to remove, and the shimmer in this one is practically blinding. It's totally mesmerizing, and you can probably already see what I mean about the hollow. This one is absolutely beautiful. I had my eye on it when the collection came out, and I'm so glad I'm finally trying it because it is totally beautiful. It's another polish that looks gorgeous in the bottle, gorgeous on my nails. It works well with my skin tone. I think that's always my hesitation with pinks and neutrals, is this going to look terrible on me? This one does not, so I'm happy to report that. And just completely in love with the shimmer graphic finish from Cirque. Next up we have 777, which is also from the Kelly Marissa collab. It's also limited edition. It's a red nail polish featuring speckled gold flakies. And I love the Vegas theme that Kelly Marissa went with. I've never been to Vegas. I used to think I wanted to go, but everybody I know that goes kind of leaves disappointed from what I've heard. So maybe one day. It's just a really long flight, so I probably would rather fly to California instead. Anyway, this is a beautiful shade of red. It's very vibrant, very bright, very cherry-esque. This one is giving me Christmas. Like, I'm definitely going to put this on at Christmas time. And you will probably want 3 coats to get this as opaque as possible. It's got that sort of transparent jelly finish, which makes it really bright and squishy, but you do need to build it up a little bit to get your nail fully covered, but it is incredibly even, which I always appreciate in a nail polish formula. And those gold flakies do have a tiny bit of texture. It won't be difficult to remove, but you will want glossy top coat in order to give it as squishy and shiny a finish as possible. I also feel like this would be a beautiful polish for Chinese New Year with the red and the gold. It's super beautiful, and hopefully you can see here how pretty it is. The gold flakes don't really shift around, but it gives a really pretty crushed gold effect. It's very opulent and elegant looking, and I love red nail polish, and this one is the perfect shade of red in my opinion. And speaking of reds, we have Lucky Jelly, which is an absolutely gorgeous red jelly. This one came out, I believe, early 2023 as part of the Chinese New Year release that Cert Colors did. This is a bright red jelly with a shiny transparent finish, and it's inspired by all things lucky in Chinese culture. And this one is sheer but buildable, so you're going to be pleasantly surprised once I get it up to 3 coats. Someone said this in response to my other video, that they thought the sheer polishes look better from a distance than in these like up close application shots. And I do agree. These up close shots are very unforgiving, which is good if you're really wanting to analyze how a polish looks and applies, but that's why I show my full hand, so you can get a sense of how the polish looks more realistically. You're not going to have your polish right beside your eyeballs at like a gigantic size. So this is perfect in 3 coats in my opinion. It's a totally even application and formula. It has the paddle brush, and it's just the perfect shade of red. You will want to finish this with a good glossy top coat to make it look like yummy, squishy, I don't know, cherry jelly candy. I don't know. It looks almost edible, but don't eat it. It is just the perfect red if you want that squishy jelly look. And here's what I mean. When you see it a little farther out, you can't see any little bits of nail line or anything. It looks pretty much opaque, but it just gives that incredible glossy, transparent effect, which I absolutely love. It almost looks like gel on your nails, and who doesn't want that? Next up, we have Reflector, and this is another one that's been out from Cert Colors for quite some time. Wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, but I was pleasantly surprised. It's described as an ultra reflective platinum silver metallic nail polish made with special metallic pigments that give it a shiny mirror-like finish. And I'm going to lovingly refer to this polish as Mirror Ball, like the Taylor Swift song. I think that they should rename it Mirror Ball because that's what this looks like. And I know that there is an Orly holographic from almost like 10 years ago called Mirror Ball. I don't think they make it anymore, so this can be the new Mirror Ball. I love how this has that shattered, like, mirror ball look to it, I guess. It's so reflective and beautiful. The pigment is this beautiful, I can't fully describe it. It's like silver, but I feel like it has a touch of gold to it. I guess it's platinum, not silver, so platinum has a different look to it than silver. And this one is really sparkly, really interesting on the nail, very futuristic looking. It's almost like cyborg nails. It looks like you have your fingertips dipped in metal, which is so cool. And yeah, I really love this. It's not difficult to remove. It's a fantastic formula. And here you can see it out of the light, and it actually might even look cooler and more interesting when you're not in direct light, because then it really looks metallic-y. So another polish I shouldn't have slept on for so long. And last but not least, we have Alter Ego, which is kind of an iconic, like, core Cirque Colors polish that's been around forever. This one is a cosmic black holographic, and they have a note here that holographic polishes look best under direct light, such as sunlight or strong indoor light bulbs, and that brings out the prismatic rainbow effect. But honestly, this looks good even out of direct lighting, as you're going to see. This is another one that didn't come with a paddle brush. I'm hoping if you buy it, yours will, because it just makes application so much easier. But even with the skinny brush, application is still easy. It's just not gliding on like a dream perfectly. But it's still a beautiful formula, super easy to apply, and very black, which I love when it comes to black nail polish. This polish reminds me of a pair of rubber rain boots I had as a kid. They were black with holographic glitter and jelly, like a jelly black. I wish I still had those. They were like the coolest thing I had. And anytime I see a black holographic, I'm brought back to childhood. So here it is with the top coat, and after it's dried down, so you're getting maximum hollow effect. This polish manages to be deeply black, but also very holographic. So Cirque formulated this perfectly. It doesn't really get grayed out. It's just black holographic perfection, as you can see. And I'm always on the hunt for the perfect black holographic. This one's pretty darn close. I love it, especially for the linear black holographic category. I do have a lot of highlights from the polishes that I swatched, and I can't believe I slept on these polishes, but I absolutely love Space Cowboy. It's so beautiful. I think Cirque makes maybe my favorite linear holographic formula. It's so sparkly and so holographic. I also super loved Glitter Glue, which is limited edition. So if you like that one, don't hesitate on picking it up because it is so pretty. And I think I might have found my new favorite neutral nail, which is Chiffon. It's so beautiful. And honestly, those jellies have fantastic formulas. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any other Cirque color favorites that I haven't tried yet. I mean, I guess you don't know what's in my collection, but let me know if you have any favorite Cirque colors that you think I should try. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. So have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.